Hello everybody, it's Jen here, the Diamond Painting Gamer. A very warm welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. Now, this video is not the video that I thought I was going to be making. Yeah. I had a couple of budget mystery diamond paintings and I thought, oh, it'd be fun to do a kit up and, you know, a little sort of like review, you know, guessing game of what one of these little budget mystery paintings was going to be. Now, when I got it out my drawer, I discovered something, and this has only ever happened to me once before, and funnily enough I think it was with another mystery budget painting. This, although it's got a clear cover, is not poured glue. It is double-sided or mounted adhesive. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over. I don't know, you can have a little guess to what you think it might be. It's kind of not obvious to me. I might have a wee peek through the camera to see if that makes it any more obvious. Don't know. Anyway, yes, these marks here, which look like marks in the plastic cover, are not marks in the plastic cover. They are actually rivers. So for example, so if I pull this back, you will see that those marks are still there, and if I bring it up closer, I don't know how well that's visible. Oops. Here, yeah. Ah, there we go. If I angle it and it catches the light, you can definitely see it. We have rivers. Oh, I had it and then I lost it. Maybe there. Anyway, we have rivers. We have got three massive rivers and a few little ones, but we've got one essentially going all the way up there, one all the way up there, and one all the way up there. It came to me like that because they were wrapped around the drills. Yeah. So instead of doing I wonder what this mystery diamond painting is, or in addition to I wonder what this mystery diamond painting is, what we will do is we will fix those rivers. So it's going to turn into a how to fix a double-sided adhesive canvas. And also a little word of caution, should I say. Just because a canvas has got a clear cover on it, don't automatically assume that it is poured glue. This is definitely double-sided adhesive. It's got that smell about it that double-sided adhesive has. It's got those rivers. And let me just put this over so I don't make it any worse than it actually is. If I get the corner here, and if I just run my finger, my nail here, you can see, I don't know how well this is showing, but that is rolling up on itself. And that, yeah, that's double-sided. There you go. I don't know. Let me get something, oops, something that maybe show it, but a pair of tweezers would show it, wouldn't it? I've got tweezers kicking around somewhere. I've always got tweezers. Yep, there you go. You can see here, I hope that that's lifted. That's lifting there, up. It is double-sided adhesive, folks, without a doubt. So before we fix it, we'll have a little look at the drills. Yeah, even looking through the oh gosh, look at me, I'm making it worse than that again. Even looking through the camera lens, it's not entirely 100% convinced about what it is, although I think once we have a look at the drills, it might become a wee bit clearer. I have got a feeling it might be some kind of landscape. And the reason for that is because we have got an awful lot of green. Yeah, we've got an awful lot of green, so we've got, move that out of the way for a second, or turn it upside down, you'll see it better. So yeah, an awful lot of green. 907. Go see more greens. There we go. Lots and lots and lots of green in this painting. So yeah, I have got a little bit of black. I have got a feeling that this might be some kind of, look at that random cut, some kind of landscape style picture. So more greens, a bit brown, sort of like some off-white. Again, a lot more greens, more green, more green. There's quite a lot of different shades of green in this. Beiges and browns, a little bit of blue sky, you reckon? Mountains, dark grey, dark brown. Yeah, I think it's probably some kind of, whoops, everything's gone squinty. It's definitely some kind of landscape, I think, given all those greens and given the fact that I can't see any sort of defined features, if you like. So yeah, anyway, we'll have a go at doing it. It is around this mystery. Yeah, not a big fan of rounds for mysteries because you can see the white back through it. I've done one before as a round. Right, there are, oh nice, there's no picture, so I'm quite pleased at that. There are 25 colours. And we've got an inventory for the number of bags as well, so that's good. When we have the little bags like this, it's nice to have an inventory for how many bags you get. But they've got DMC numbers on them, so if we are short at all, I can easily, well, hopefully have some in my stash. Right, so let's get to fixing this diamond painting. I've got these Diamond Art Club release papers that I got in my advent calendar, basically because they're smaller sizes. I do have larger release papers, but they're all pretty big. I could cut them down, I suppose, but you know, why cut down big ones when I've got a set of small ones already? Right, okay, I think these are only go down one way. So what we're going to do is we are going to, I think, work from right to left. We're going to get rid of those rivers and we're going to put down release papers. Get rid of this plastic cover, which I don't think helps matters very much. So let's see if we can spy some rivers. To get rid of them, what I like to use is I like to use a ceramic pen. You can see here it has got a very, very small, maybe there, ceramic blade. Cool. It's only about 1 millimeter deep. So it's perfect for cutting through these rivers or cutting through a plastic cover without actually damaging your canvas. These can be picked up relatively cheaply. Budget sites hold them, Amazon hold them. Yeah, so ceramic paint pen cutter. The if you don't have one, you can use a craft knife. It's absolutely fine. You can actually also use these super sharp tweezers that you get in a lot of kits. This came from where did this come from? This came from Dreamer Designs. So right, so we will endeavour to cut some of these rivers. So we've got a small one here. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do here, is I'm just going to diagonally go down the river just to burst it, applying a reasonable amount of pressure, but not too much. Because it's the because it's the ceramic cutter pen, I can actually put quite a lot of pressure on it with knowing that I won't actually go through the canvas. There's a little one down here. I'm just running my finger briefly over the top, or very gently over the top, and that will you know, just to feel for it. There's another one here. But yeah, just sort of like gentle diagonal cuts. I mean, the canvas itself isn't creased or folded, which, you know, bodes well. Let's see what else we've got. So it's just a matter of gently locating the rivers, scoring through them. I'll come to that massive one in a minute. We'll leave that for the moment. Okay, that's perfect. And then just popping down some release papers. Let's work from the bottom up. It would, I think I will make sure that I cover, if I get them so that they cover up exactly, then I can actually, let me just double check that this is going to work on this. Yeah, perfect. I don't want to do that, or I don't want to rescue a canvas and then find out that the release papers have destroyed it again. Okay, and then another one. So there we go. So it's again just a matter of moving to the next set of sections. Now this is where this big one is. Now I cannot feel any bumps under there, but what you can do is you can go over it with like a bone folder just to smooth it down, or you know those, let's see if I can find one, these things here, the straightener tools that you get from in some storage kits. You can use that to go over it as well. Right, so we're into the next section, and this is where this absolutely big massive one is. So same principle, locate your river and just score through it diagonally. I mean, you could go straight up and down, but I prefer to make these little diagonal cuts. It just kind of makes sense to me. Now in some way it's quite good that this is around. If you do have double-sided adhesive and you do have rivers, then rounds are a lot more forgiving than squares. Basically because, you know, they're not butted up so close to each other. You've got that little bit extra wiggle room. Okay, I can feel it disappearing now. Now rivers are basically where, and bubbles as well, are basically where the double-sided adhesive has lifted off the canvas and formed a little air pocket underneath it. Sometimes it will fold over on itself, which isn't good. And then you get a crease. But they're easily dealt with. You know, people kind of say, oh no, rivers and bubbles, we don't like them. And yeah, they are annoying. Nobody wants them in their canvas, but it's not like see this bit here, this bit up here is fine, but this bit here, a couple of bits have kind of folded over on itself. I do have another tool here, which I actually, now I don't know who the credit's going to go to. I saw on Liz Harrison's channel, Scotty Dog Crafts, and she had actually been recommended this by one of her subscribers, so I think it would go to them. But we have got these wee derma tools with needles, and they suggested using one of those to burst the river, so we could do that as well. These needles are very small needles. Maybe I've got too small a one. These are 0.3 millimeter little needles here. You can get them bigger. I think you can get them up to 3 millimeters. So maybe 0.3 is a little bit too small. Maybe 0.5 would be better, or even 1 millimeter. So there's another little tool. Yeah, I can kind of feel that it's done a little bit of good. Let's put the next lot of release sheets down and smooth them down. Put that one there. And then the next one. What was the top of that? What one? There. And then the last one. And once again, we can just go over that crease with the straightening tool or with a bone folder. Oh, really good. I can't feel anything under there at all. Maybe a little bit there, but down here. Okay, no, it's looking pretty good. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this because, you know, it's essentially going to be the same principle for the rest of the video. Oh, sorry, for the rest of the tidy up fixing method. Going over the river with the cutter. I might use this. I might get my craft knife out as well if any of them are particularly stubborn. And then covering the whole section, the whole diamond painting in release sheets. Okay, I shall see you shortly. Okay, so I have finished sorting the canvas out. It's got a wee bit curly at the ends here. Anyway, I'm not diamond painting those bits. All the rivers I have now removed, and I have put release papers on top of the actual double-sided adhesive. So if you have got a double-sided adhesive canvas that does have the rivers and all that in it, I do recommend strongly you know, taking whatever covering it is you've got off of it and putting down release sheets. Or the other thing you can do is you can actually cut up the cover paper that came across on it originally, and then use that as small sheets. It just makes things a lot more manageable, and you're less likely to, you know, sort of like, you know, small bits of paper are easier, much more easily managed than large bits of paper, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get on to what I was going to do, and yeah, we'll kit this up, and yeah, unfortunately you can't see the image now, which will be really cool actually, now I'm thinking about it, for a mystery. I might do these in random sections rather than sort of like following my normal pattern that I do. Right, okay, I have pots. I have already made my labels because there are some symbols on a couple of them. It's mostly letters and numbers, but we do have a couple of random symbols. And yeah, here we go. Key down the side, we've got our number, we've got our symbol, and we've got our DMC number. So because everything came with DMC numbers on them in the little bags, we will get a pair of scissors and yeah, just do them randomly. So 794 is L. Just here, L. I cleaned these pots up. The last time I used them, they got a bit sticky. So I got my de-stickifier cleaner stuff. And clean the pots out. Next we have 518. 518 is the percent sign. You know what, I might do these by colour because these are all kind of blues. That's what I'll do. We'll do them all by colour, I think. I've cut these totally the wrong way. Any other blues in here? That's all greens. You kind of have browns. Oh, there's some more blues. There's a grey. What's that? That looks like 310. There's more blues. That's all white. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my light on because, yeah, I can't see the numbers very well. So, excuse me, this might flash for a second. There we go. That should be okay now. Right, that's the thing about these little bags. Sometimes you can barely see the numbers on them. 161 because they're printed in black. Just peek. Move that slightly. There we go. It's a bit better, eh? I can see, you can see, I see, you see, we all see. Right. Right, 3752 is what Cindy calls angry eyebrows. I'm tempting fate not doing this over a tray, aren't I? Okay, let's do the grey. seeing as we're kind of on that kind of theme. 647 is Y. All right, should we do black? It's H. Oh, they've all got stuck. Not much black. Okay, so that's all the kind of blues and greys done. What's in there? That's kind of like a, what's that? 99. That's like a really dark green. Let us do the kind of whites and browns and into the yellows, perhaps. So let's do 3866, which is the tick. Right, this I'm actually going to use a tray for. I did have a little tray. Oh, there it is. Little grey one. I don't like cutting open more than a couple of these at a time. Because otherwise you get yourself into a right old mess. I'm hoping that I won't need to double up on any of the pots. The only one I might need to double up on is this green, but we'll see how it goes. And the last one, or the last two, should I say. Right, so we have blues and greys, white, and I'll go with this sort of like, it's kind of like a peachy browny, very pale beigey colour. 3864, very technical. That looks like it's the less than sign. Thankfully they don't have a less than sign and a greater than sign, because otherwise, yeah, it would get very confusing, because the tops of the tops of my pots might spin round. Alright, what's next? Let's do this kind of yellowish coloured one next. 3047, which is the up arrow. Again, they've only got one arrow, which is good. When you're working with a mystery painting where everything's in black and white, you don't want arrows all pointing in different directions. Not if it can be helped anyway, it just makes things a little bit more confusing. Now, if you heard that, that wasn't me. That was the cat. He's lying on the floor next to me. He's fast asleep, and he just stretched and groaned in his sleep. At least he's asleep. Is that's Kenny? That's the one that, you know, if you've seen a few of my videos, he makes regular appearances. He's very vocal when he wants something, really loud, and he scratches at the door. But all he wants at the moment is a nap. In fact, it's not even a nap. He's well out of it. Okay, so let's do this one. 3821 is J. Let's see if we can get all three of these out into the tray. I don't like doing three because that's when I tend to spill. Well, there goes one. A lot of them have got squidged in between the bags. And let's do this. Beige 729 is 7. Oh, and brown. And the brown is 780. Oh, and there's a dark brown as well. Okay. Let's do this brown 780, which is 9. I mean, these symbols are all over the place, so I might as well kit up by colour. I don't think kitting up by colour makes any difference anyway when it's a mystery. And what should we do next? We'll do this one. Oh gosh, I can't see the numbers on this one at all. So I think it's 844. Let me just open them up. Well, we'll open one up. Yeah, 844. I don't know why they don't use the gold printing. I think the gold printing's a lot better, you know, if you're using these little bags, but it's N. Okay, so now we're into the greens. Let's move these over, get rid of some of my rubbish. Here's my bin. They generate so much rubbish, these small bags. Yep, that's that. Right. Well, let's do this one. I'm not too sure whether this is green, grey or brown. 934. 934 is D. I think it's one of those sort of like greyish browns or greyish greens, sorry. Oops, oh my gosh, I've ripped my label. I think it's one of those like, sort of dark greyish greyish greens. Whatever it is, it's not very bright. I've got a feeling I'm not going to be enjoying green after this diamond painting. I don't like doing diamond, well, yeah, I get, if you do a diamond painting, I think, with like too much of one colour, it kind of gets a bit much, don't you think? I mean, does anybody agree? So if you've got a diamond painting that's, say, like in this case, predominantly green, would you get fed up of green? Even though it's only a little one, it's only a 30 by 40. I've got a Christopher Lovell kitted up Medusa, and that's got lots of browns and greys in it, and beiges and stuff. 935 that is. I really want to do it, but I'm afraid I'm going to get fed up with that colour palette really quick. Has anybody ever tried a monochrome diamond painting? I've seen them about. Or grayscale monochrome. You know, you're just basically working in, you know, black, white, shades of grey. You might have a little bit of dark purple in there for shadow as well. But yeah, has anybody ever tried any of those? Oh, funnily enough, actually, I've just thought 986, which is 8. Yeah, I've just thought I've actually got one of those. I think, if I remember rightly, remember how last year I had a look at, now, what was the name of the company? My Painting Diamonds. Painting Diamonds, I think. Subscription service. So it's a, you know, if, I'll see if I can find a video and link it. But yeah, I had a look at after the whole Easy Whim debacle. I had a look at, you know, maybe other potential diamond painting subscription services out there, and yeah, what did I say? My Painting Diamonds. 3346 4. Yeah, I'm sure one of the paintings that I must say, they were a really good service, very good service. I subscribed to them for about 3 months, and then I stopped, basically because I got a little stockpile of diamond paintings, and yeah, they were just kind of building up in my drawers. I wasn't actually doing them. But if you're looking for a diamond painting subscription service, I'll find that information and I'll link it. But yeah, I think one of the paintings that I got from them was a sort of a grayscale style. It was like an interior of a room, like a living room or something, and it had the only pop of colour, I think, was a picture of Mickey Mouse on the wall. Yeah, I was a bit confused by it actually when oh god, I'm not putting that in, that's a wee baby one. Yeah, I think I was a bit confused by it when I first saw it, because the way it was rendered, the lighting the way the light was coming looked a bit random, so... Oh, is that static? Right, 905. No, this is one that I think I might be pushing to fit it in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Don't know. We have an S. So yeah, that was kind of like a monochrome style. I've seen a few sort of monochrome ones as well, where it's, you know, there's a splash of colour in there, normally red. You know what I might do, actually, after I've done this little one, I'm still working on Sagittarius, by the way. I'm kind of getting towards the end. I will finish by the end of the month, I think. But I think after I've done this little one, this little mystery, I might pull out that monochrome one and have a look at that. Or to see if it is monochrome. I think it is. And see how we'll go with it. Might have to do a nice colourful special shapes alongside it though. I think that's the only thing that's actually going to get me through Medusa, the Christopher Lovell piece. I mean, I do love, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the artwork. I'm more concerned about the fact that the colour palette might be a bit draining on me. So I'm going to have to break it up with some smaller, really brightly coloured paintings. There is static in this when you put it into the pot. So I don't think the static's in the bag. I think it's in the pot. Oops, sorry. It's caught, but it's basically when I'm putting it in the pot, that's what's causing the static. And any of the other colours, maybe a little bit. That's happened to me a few times. You know, sometimes the bags are fine and then you put it into the pot and then they start bouncing around inside the pot. So oh, that has fitted in perfectly. So, and that's 9 bags, so I know that I'm going to get 9 bags in those pots, no problem. Anything more than 9 bags is not going to happen. It's a little random one. I can just go. It's a nice bright one. What's this? 701 T. Not many more to go. Only another 5 colours after this one. So yeah, what do you think of this colour scheme? All these greens and the browns and the blues and a little bit of the grey. I think it's some kind of landscape. Got to be. Unfortunately, I've covered it up now. What's this little thing here? 996. Oh, it's not 996 because there's no 996 on my key. It is upside down 966. 966 is number 1. Now I wonder if I had 996 and 966, would they have sort of like done something to sort of like, you could tell them apart. Would there be a little line under it or some, you know? I don't think so. That would be confusing, wouldn't it? If you had 996 and 966 in the same diamond painting. And the print, you know, that the way the 6 is printed is the same as a 9 upside down. That would be really difficult. You'd have to Google what the colour was, the DMC colour was. Let's go 989. 989 is big T. We've got big T, little t. Or should I say capital T and lowercase t. Big T, little t. Three more to do. Let's do 471, which is number 2. Oh dear. Sticking to my finger, okay, so that's all right. No, 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 no. Right, let's do this one. 166. See, that's like, oh, it's not like 991 because the ones you can tell. It would be the same for 999 and 666, wouldn't it? But we all know what 666 looks like. It's that lovely, lovely bright red. Anyway, 166 is number 2, which I've drawn in a bit abysmally on that sticker, but it's like a triangle, but the sides are sort of indented. And a finally last one, which is 907, should be H. Where is it? 907. And it is, yeah. That's good, eh? It's all worked out perfectly. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this should fit in fine because we had 9 managed to fit in on one of the other greens, so this has got 8. Oh, did I miss? Did I not cut that properly, that one? Let me try again. And oh gosh, look, how different are these? Look, that one is like half full and that one's jam-packed full, and then these are all like half full, but this one's like super jam-packed. That is a bit yeah, what happened there? It's like that one's been filled twice. Okay, let's be careful with this one, just in case when I open it, it just goes pop everywhere. Now I'm wondering if it will fit into this pot, given that that one was so full. Should do, because those other ones are quite empty, or a lot emptier. Let's go for all 4 at the one time, eh? Oh, I didn't cut that one properly, did I? There we go. Oh, there's one stuck in there. Right, let's see. Are you going to fit? Well, if I tip them everywhere, it's not going to fit. It is not all going to fit. So what we will do is, I'll just get another pot. I'm not going to bother putting a label on the pot, I don't think. Because it's going to sit next to the one that it is. There we go. Right, that is us. Just let me move this rubbish out the way. Let's oops. Oh gosh. Let's cut this so I don't have so much carry sheet. There we go. And there are all our pots kitted up. As I said, done them in sort of colour order this time, not intentionally. It started off that way, but so blues and greys, whites, creams, yellows, and into browns, and then I think that's like a dark grey green, and then we're into this greens up here. More greens, more greens. And then that, oh, that's a nice bright green, that actually, I like that. Okay, let's move this out of the way to the side, and there's our canvas. As I say, you can't see any of it now that I've got release papers on it. A bit of what, pink wax? Why is it a bit of pink wax? I haven't had any wax out, it must have been come off or something. I'll put all my rubbish in the bin. I don't know, so I don't know what I'll do next. I'll have a think, but I might diamond paint a few sections and then do you know, I'll probably make one big long continuous video, so you'll see the completion at the end of this. But I might do some of the sections, maybe about half of them in random, not in order, but like sort of like randomly maybe, and then I'll do like a quick sort of like recording, and you can maybe guess what it is, or I can show you that we've maybe worked out what it is, and then, you know, I'll do another record another section, which will be the completion at the end, and we'll finally get to see what it actually is. Yeah, I think I might do that. Be a bit of fun, eh? So yeah, I'll see you in a bit with some, all, most part of this completed. See you in a bit. So here we go, and yes, as I thought, it is a landscape, very rural, very countrified type landscape, lots of green fields, bushes, And doesn't seem to be any sort of like defined landmarks in there though. So like there's no, doesn't seem to be a house or even a tree. So yeah, I think it's just going to be kind of like rolling hills type of thing. So anyway, we will. Do you like my pattern, by the way? I decided to alternate rather than do random, so I'm kind of semi-random, alternated squares. So yeah, I will finish this off, and we'll have a little look at the completion. See you in a moment or two. So the mystery is finished, and it is no longer a mystery. Yeah, it's a landscape. Let's have a look. There it is. Got a bit of glare there. We'll just ignore that. Yeah, it's a landscape. Incredibly pixelated. But yeah, what do you expect for a 30 by 40? But I mean, the drills have gone down fine. Rivers have disappeared. It's a little bit bumpy. Not as flat as I would like it to be. But it will flatten out when I put it into the folder. So, stick, incredible, really, really good. Of course, it's double-sided. The stick is going to be good. The drills were actually really good as well. Not a lot of trash. Plenty to do the picture. But yeah, very, very, very heavily pixelated landscape. With sort of like green, sort of bushy fields, meadow area. You know, it's very boring. You know, if you want my honest opinion, it's very boring. There's not even flowers or a tree or a house or a lighthouse or a... Oh, there's nothing there to break it up. It's just countryside. Which is fine if you like just countryside. But, you know, personally, I don't like landscapes. And, yeah, if I'm to do a landscape, I'd like it to have something in it. Like, even a tree. Oh, well. Anyway, we will put it down as a completion. Third or fourth completion for for January. Fourth, I think, actually. Yeah, fourth completion for January. Found some nice washi. I've got some copper coloured washi here, which I thought might be nice against it. I didn't want to use green or yellow because I think it would feel like a bit washed out. This copper coloured glitter washi looks quite nice. The only trouble is it was quite a cheap washi, so cut the wee end bit off. So I'm not too sure how well it will stick. Oh, look at that. Do you see that? It's got a mark down it. Let's cut it off from there. I should have enough to do the painting, so if I don't, well, I don't. But it's not very sticky, this washi tape at all. But hopefully it will stick okay because there is double-sided tape going over the edge. So hopefully it'll stick down well enough. God, it's sticking to my fingers. So yeah, not the best washi tape. It was super cheap on Amazon. I suppose you get what you pay for. It was something like 16 rolls for, I don't know, less than £10. I think it was like £8 for 16 rolls. Which is really cheap. So let's lift that up there. Hold on, let's get that, make that a wee bit neater. That's a bit better. I'll neaten up the other side in a minute. Look at that, I'm going over the drills. Start again. Just not wanting to play ball. Right, let us neaten up the corners. that one. That one. It looks really nice actually in that frame. That's set off quite nicely. There's some browns dotted around in the painting, so that's looking a lot better now. Right, we will get the big scissors out and just trim down the canvas a smidgen. Got these ones which are a little bit older. I don't think this will be going up on display. Well, strike that. I know this won't be going up on display. No, I don't think it will. I know it won't. This one will be staying in the folder. Just down as a completion. But you can see, you know, because it's a mystery in rounds, actually, you can see, I don't know how well, I mean, I can see the white bits behind the drills. Mystery paintings should really be in square, not round. Okay, let's get the folder. One folder. Hello Sonic. Hello Rainbow Butterfly. My other finish for this year, I think I've put in a 12 by 12 folder because it's a 12 by 12 inch scrapbook, because it's a smaller 30 by 30 diamond painting. I have this folder for the 30 by 40s. There we go. So even though it is a bit, oh gosh, look at the glare, let's move that. Even though it is a bit, yeah, even though it is a bit curly and that wash is coming up slightly, by the time I close this and the weight of all the canvases on it, that'll flatten that out a bit better. Anyway, so there we go, finish number 4 for January, and it is my mystery landscape, which came from a budget site. I don't know which one. All the budget sites kind of do mystery paintings, but just to let you know, you can see the kind of quality that you're getting if you get one of these cheap 30 by 40 mystery diamond paintings. It's not great. If you would like my advice, if you want a mystery diamond painting, is to go to, you know, a better company. Dainty Diamond Art does lovely mystery diamond paintings. Obviously you've got Diamond Art Club that started doing mysteries. Other companies that I've tried with mysteries, Cat Eared, and there are loads out there. I think Prism does mysteries as well. So yeah, check out one of the bigger, more better companies rather than the budget sites, because it's you get the quality, you know, you get what you pay for. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheerio. Oh, actually, before I go, this video will be going up on 25th of January. It's Burns Night. Happy Burns Night. Hope you've had some haggis, because I'll have had mine. Cheerio.